from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Stroud working out of the gun. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Stroud to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. And Stroud now to throw. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That third down conversion good for 23. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Stroud. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Come on.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go play action. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
That one complete. It's tanked down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Mixon will try the right side. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. From the 35, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Now Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Robinson with another carry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Alert, alert.
Throwing now is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
Hey, check that.
Robinson up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey. Go.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To the air goes Daniels. And it'll be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that's a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Stroud backed up near his goal line. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And now the rookie's free. Look at the big man rumble. He may go. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mixon looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw is Daniels. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready.
Now Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Let's go now.
A final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the score. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a couple. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Daniels looking to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go. Set.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will Anderson in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud looking to throw. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line.
Check. Bronco switch.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Play action. Stroud now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red. Back now in Houston. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud coming right back after the pick 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. That is caught by Dell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing now is Stroud. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Offense.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. Stroud, and he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Now he's loose at the 40. A beautiful fake. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head